Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Finance Stannis here, and today I'm gonna give you guys a portfolio update. I haven't given you guys a portfolio update in like the past 6 months or so, so today will be that day. I'm currently sitting at $150,000. I rapidly hit this goal over the past like 2 or 3 months. I think the last update you guys had was I was like around $120,000. Now I'm at $150,000, or we're only $50,000 away from hitting $200,000. Will I hit it at the end of this, by the end of this year? Probably not. Only have like 3.5 months left in this year for me to hit like $50,000. It's probably not gonna happen unless I don't know, for some reason Palantir and Nvidia go crazy, or like PayPal. But yeah, most likely that's probably not gonna happen. So I could reasonably expect probably to hit around like 170 by the end of this year. But that'll set us up perfectly for 2025. Hope you guys are sticking along and watching me progress through my investing journey. I started this account when I was like 4 years ago. I'm pretty happy to see it come to this point. Anyways, let's hop right into my stock. So we're gonna go from the bottom of my account all the way to the top and see how much holdings I have. So I do have my investment portfolio set up where I have the most equity at the top and the least equity at the bottom. So the first one I have is Ford Motors. I only have $188 in this. My average cost is $11.57, and I'm currently losing money on this stock. I probably won't add any more money to Ford Motors. If anything, I'll probably sell it within the next year or so, or maybe wait until it gets profitable and then sell it. If I'm gonna have $200 in a stock, I might as well just put in something else that's a little more valuable to me. Okay, the next stock we have is Robinhood. So I actually do enjoy Robinhood a lot. This is where I keep most of my money. By investing in them, I guess is somewhat I am putting my money where my mouth is, because I actually do invest with them. So I guess it would make sense for me to actually invest a little bit more money into them. I currently have $212, and I am making money on this stock. I'm up about 25%. What I'm thinking about putting a little more money into the stock, but currently it's gone up quite a bit. I should have bought closer around $10 and stuff, but 22 is still not that far off. P is pretty high for Robinhood, but like I said, I really do like what they're doing. Especially recently, I've added about $7,000 over the past month or so. So they were doing a promotion. I'm not so sure if they're doing it right now or not. So yeah, Robinhood was doing a promotion where you would put in any type of money, and you'd get 1% back on that deposit. And over the course of 2 years, you'd get 1% back. So if it was $1,000 over the course of 2 years, you'd get paid back $10, and that would just show back in your buying power. Currently, I am earning interest through them, which is I'm earning 5% interest. I am a Robinhood Gold user. It's for me, it's well worth it, because I do enjoy the benefits it gives me, and I have enough money in my buying power. It pays off the monthly fee. I'm retaining around 5%, and I'm earning about, so yeah, with Robinhood Gold and the buying power I have invested in Robinhood Gold giving me 5%, I'm earning around $50 to $60 every single month just by having my money invested in Robinhood and in buying power. So that's pretty impressive, and I'm just gonna continue doing that. This is technically my savings account, because what I keep in my savings is only probably $3,000, and that's really just keep that in my checkings. My actual savings account, I keep $80 just to have it there. I guess there's no real reason why I have $80 in there. That's just what it is. Obviously, for the checking, if I need to if I need to put some money in some place rapidly, I can do that with the checking account. That's why I have around $3,000, and the rest of the money goes into the buying power, waiting to be invested throughout the year, throughout the months or weeks or whatever I'm planning to do with the money at that time. But anyways, that's why I really enjoy Robinhood. Also, I think the interface is pretty easy to hop in and just start getting into right away. Johnson & Johnson, have $226 in Johnson & Johnson. Really, this is just a dividend play. They give me a decent dividend of 2.94%, which is not the highest or the lowest, and it's a pretty solid stock. It's not going to really go up or down too heavily. Over the year to date, it's around 6%, which is not that great, but it's just a little bit of diversification in my portfolio, allowing me to just keep a diverse portfolio. Okay, Bank of America, I've had this stock for quite some time, about $423 of market value of Bank of America. I'm making money about 50% return. I haven't really invested too much money into Bank of America. Also, they give a pretty decent dividend stock as well. All right, guys, we also have McDonald's. I currently have $517 in McDonald's. I haven't really invested too much money into it. I'm up $130 or 33%. This is more of like a dividend play. Adobe, I have one share of this, and I'm up 59%. I kind of bought into this when it was doing pretty bad back then, like probably like 2 years ago or so. Don't really plan on investing too much more money into Adobe, but I did make some profit, and I might just keep it. But I don't really see a reason to sell it. All right, guys, Intel. Whew, man, I've been in Intel for quite some time, and they just continue to disappoint. If you look at this, average cost $37, and I'm down 39%, which is around like $400. Down $400 on Intel, which sucks. But luckily, the rest of my portfolio kind of picks up for it. I really want Intel to really pick it up, and start becoming a powerhouse again. But it might be a while. It might be a while before that even happens, and I probably just have to just sell it before it even comes to that point, and just invest into something else. We're down 19% on CVS. This one I had dividend play as well. SoFi, I have $922 in SoFi. Average cost is $7.15. We're up about 12% on SoFi, giving us $105. I will probably invest a little bit more in SoFi if it does drop in price, but regardless what the price is right now, it's pretty decent, and I'll probably just maintain my holdings within SoFi. Wells Fargo, another bank. Our current average cost is $31.60. I am up around like 70% on this, giving me $448, which is pretty solid. But don't really plan on putting any more money into Wells Fargo. Chevron, some of the gas stocks. All right, we're up 11% on Chevron. I did put a little more money into this like the other day. I just keep it for a dividend stock, so that's pretty much what I have it for. JP Morgan Chase. All right, Chase is actually one of my favorite banks. I really love the credit cards they have out right now, and I find them really useful. So I'm really happy to be a part of that. But yeah, they've been doing really good over the past like 5 years. I'm currently up around the 61%, and that's giving me $800.31. Their dividend yield is actually pretty decent, 2.15% dividend yield, which is pretty high. All right, I got my Vanguard account, which is pretty average. I got $1,000 in here. I'm not gonna put any more money into it, honestly. I'm just gonna keep it in the balance of my portfolio. But I did make 25% on this, which is around $250. Shopify, average cost is $66. I made about 10% on Shopify. I'm pretty sure in like a previous video I was talking about like just like selling it off. And I think I might. I don't know. I just hear like so much conflicting things about Shopify, and I feel like it's probably just better off to just maintain it as it is and just keep it and not really invest any more money than what I have. So I'll probably just do that. AT&T, one of the better plays I've done. Up 41% on this. Bought at $15.74, currently at $22.25. They offer a pretty strong dividend yield of 5.13%. So I'm just enjoying dividends right there. Coca-Cola, market value of $1,800, average cost $49, and we're up about 45%. Total return so far is $571. They offer a nice dividend of 2.65, so another dividend stock. ExxonMobil, another dividend stock. I put a little bit more money into it the other day as well, similar to Chevron. Total market value of $2,059, up 26%, and they give me 3.42% on dividend yields. Pfizer, another one. So I'm down on this by 0.8%, which is $21. It's not that bad. They definitely pick it up with their dividend yield, which is 5.71. So it's another dividend play for me. TSM, I have about $2,400 with TSM. I'm going to maintain my shares with TSM. I'll probably put a little more money into it down the line, but they are pretty high right now. They do offer a dividend yield of 0.94%, which is pretty decent for a tech stock. Disney, honestly, I might get rid of Disney altogether. Probably just better off just putting this money into like any other tech stock, honestly. But yeah, I'm down $124 with Disney. Was really trying to see them like flourish and stuff, but it might take too long for me to. I think the opportunity cost might be too high for me to just keep this amount of money with them when I could just put it somewhere else. Our Apple, haven't really invested in Apple since like, let's see, let's go all the way down. August 15th. Oh, it's like, that's not really an investment. Oh man, I gotta go way back. This is just all the dividends they give me. It's being reinvested. Okay, let's say that. 2021, that's probably the last time I actually really put any money into Apple, which is quite some time. God damn, it's like, it's been like 3 years since I invested in Apple, but I do have a decent amount. I have like $3,800 worth of Apple. Pretty much doubled my return on Apple, which is pretty nice. But I haven't invested into it in like 3 years, which is kind of sad. I really am just waiting for a dip. I'm waiting for something that's probably never gonna happen. Yeah, what, like 2021-ish? This is like around the time I was investing. I guess I could have invested it right here, but just missed opportunity. I would like to buy more, but not at the price that it is right now. All right, Tencent. Tencent, I have been putting a little bit more money into as of recently, mostly because like most other stocks that I'm trying to buy into, they're just, I feel like they're overpriced at this current time. Like the PE ratio right here is like 21. Over the past 5 years, hasn't been doing great, but I do think that Tencent could be pretty decent in the future as well. And it's gonna be similar with Alibaba once we actually get to it, but let's go to Nvidia. Nvidia was a home run for me. As you can tell, Nvidia has been doing insane, especially over the 5 years. But yeah, my average cost is $16, allowing me to just profit so much money from Nvidia, which is pretty insane. Once again, I should have bought more, but you know, what can you do? At least I made money on this and didn't lose money. Yeah, we're up like 600% on Nvidia itself. Made about $5,558 from Nvidia. About 2 years in the making allowed me to get that. PE ratio is 55, dividend yield is 0.02%. So I do have dividends reinvesting into this, even though it's like 56 cents. I just reinvest my dividends, keep the snowball going. Yeah, I'm not gonna sell the Nvidia stock anytime soon. Alibaba, one of my bigger losers of this account. So I'm currently losing about 11%, which is about $900. I am investing a little bit more into it, trying to get my average down to closer to 80. I am almost there. I'm at $94 right now. And yeah, this is another thing like Tencent. It hasn't been doing that great over the past like 5 years, but I really do think that over time we would be able to see it come back to like decent levels, maybe like 150-ish or 200 eventually. I believe like sentiment on Alibaba is pretty decent right now. There's nothing really too negative about it. So it's just one of those things that I see opportunity in, and I'm gonna invest into it. Even though like some other investors around, I might not be too interested into it. I'm willing to make that risk, especially with a PE of 21. Yeah, I'm investing. Microsoft has also made me a lot of money, but it's one of those stocks similar to Apple where I have not invested too much more. I have not invested too much money into it since like 2 or 3 years ago, and that's just due to the price that it is. Like my average is $230, as you can see right here, and I don't think Microsoft is gonna go down. It's gonna dip down to $230 anytime soon. So I'm just gonna have to dollar cost average, if anything, to Microsoft, or just like put a little bit here, put a little bit there, you know, just to reap the rewards of Microsoft over the upcoming years. Total market value of $7,000. Now we're getting to pretty big numbers compared to some of the stocks near the bottom of my portfolio. I made a return of 87%, which is pretty solid for Microsoft. I'm really happy to have this. Really happy to buy in at the time that I did, even though it was considered pretty high back then as well. All right, Tesla's one of my favorite companies as well. I hope to get a Tesla eventually someday. It's probably going to be quite some time because I gotta kind of wait for my Honda Accord to die out first. And if you know anything about Hondas, they don't really die out unless you get in like a car accident or something like that. Currently at $7,000 in market value, up about 38%. Average cost is $163, and the current price is $226. So we're making pretty decent money here. See, 2021 was the peak of it, $400. Pretty insane. But I am investing a little bit more money into this compared to Microsoft and Apple, just because like it's a better price to buy in than with Microsoft and Apple right now. P ratio is 64, so it is pretty high. They don't offer a dividend yield either, so that kind of sucks, but kind of expected with some of these tech stocks. Google, almost $10,000 invested into Google. We're at $9,460.69. I love it. Average cost about 117. We're up about 35% on Apple. Really enjoy Google and all the tools and programs it comes with. I don't plan on selling this stock at all. If anything, I'll probably invest. If anything, I'll probably buy into it more, probably closer to 130 or 125. But even at 158, I'll still probably buy into it. I just haven't bought into it recently. PayPal. Okay, I put so much money into PayPal. I'm still waiting to see an actual like big return from it. I don't know if I'll ever see it, or if what I have right now it will be all of it for PayPal. But currently I have $11,000 on PayPal. Total return, we're up 10%, which is pretty decent. But I'm looking to like see like 90 or 100% return on PayPal, honestly. Current average cost is 64. Current price is 70. And yeah, look at this. It was this 5-year chart. God, PayPal used to be at $300. Now it's at 70. Like, we gotta see a move on PayPal. Like, come on, like James Alexander Chris, if you hear me right now, man, you gotta make PayPal move, baby. I'm trying to get rich. Dude. Yeah, they don't offer different yield right now, but their PE ratio is 1698, which is one of the lower PE ratios compared to the rest of the tech stocks that I have at the top of my portfolio. So I'm really trying to see PayPal. Like, I need a home run. And if PayPal hits, we're pretty excited, pretty happy. Hopefully some of you guys invest in PayPal as well. I don't know if you do, but if you do, hopefully you're along for that train. As you can see, Palantir finally hit for me over like the past, like I've probably been in Palantir since like near the end of 2021, and my average my average cost is around $14.19, and over this period I should have put so much more money into it, and I did not. I really didn't. I was afraid. I thought it was going to be kind of a dead stock, and it was going to just fall out of relevancy. And as you can see today, it did not. It's currently at $36.42, and like this is high. I think it's probably the highest it's ever been, honestly. Yeah, like I'm looking at this chart, so it might be a little bit different, but it's been at least like 3 years since Palantir has reached this price. I don't even know where Palantir go from here. Honestly, I want it to keep on going up, but I also want to just put more money into it. I currently have they have 333 shares of Palantir, so if this stock really takes off, it could really change my portfolio drastically. I'm just really excited to watch Palantir grow, honestly. Yeah, but anyways, they're currently up 156%, giving us about like $7,000 in profit, which is pretty nice. Well, unrealized gains, honestly, but profit's profit. Oh yeah, the PE ratio is insanely high at 209. I don't know. I don't know what the longevity of this price is. Could see it go down, but I would be happy to buy close around $20. But Palantir continues to ride. I ride with it. All right, guys. The next up is Amazon, and we currently have $12,000 currently in Amazon, which is pretty high. We're getting pretty much to the highest part of my portfolio. Our average cost is $119, and I've made around 55% gain on Amazon, which is $4,400 in profit, which is pretty solid. And I would love to see it continue going on, but hey, I'm here for the ride for Amazon. There's not really much to add on to it. Obviously, it's a pretty solid company. P ratio of 44, which is it's pretty decent. I thought it would be lower, but and the crown jewel of my portfolio is currently Meta. I have $24,000 worth of Meta, average cost of $145, and we made a total return of 267%, which is around like $17,000. I was investing quite a bit of it back in 2020, like close to this. Obviously, you can see like my average cost, but like the close to this mark right here, I was investing a lot of money into it, and it really paid off. I saw that I was really undervalued back then, and now it's even higher than the previous high, which is, I just love to see it. Yeah, that was a really good pick by me, and I'm gonna continue to hold it. They do offer a dividend yield now of 0.19%, which is pretty low, but at least they offer a dividend, which is pretty nice. And P ratio of 26, which is pretty low compared to some of these other tech stocks. But yeah, Meta really did change my portfolio for the better. I'm really happy that I invested into it and I took the risk when it was that low. Kind of reminds me of PayPal now, even though PayPal and Meta are completely different companies. So yeah, that currently is my total stock portfolio. Pretty heavily skewed towards the top, and it's probably going to get even more focused, honestly, because I'm willing to focus more money into like the stocks I really believe into, and where I could probably see more gain and more profit than to just having a balanced portfolio. Because at this point, like I'm perfectly fine with seeing like huge fluctuations within my portfolio. Like if I were to see a 20% drop in my portfolio, I'd be pretty sad, honestly. But I would just continue buying, because what am I gonna do? Like if it's not like a problem with the stocks I'm buying into, then I don't really see a point in selling it. If anything, I'll just probably buy more of the stock so I could continue making more money eventually when it comes back up. Anyways, I think the big picture mentality when it comes to stock for me. All right, that's about it for this video, guys. Hope you like the update. Like and subscribe. Peace.